Mark Ray Mundy for MMAfighting.com here at Bellator 214 Media Day with Jake Hager, who makes his pro MMA debut against JW Kiser. Wait, am I talking to Jake Hager or Jack Swagger?
Hey, we're one and the same. You know, soon it's going to be one brand. Hopefully we'll be fighting under Jack Swagger very soon in the future. So either way, I'm good.
I would almost say that Jake Hager is a cooler name than Jack Swagger in some ways.
Well, thank you for that. My dad will absolutely love you. It's funny, when I was in high school and college, everybody called me Hager, and then when I was at the WWE, everyone called me Swagger. So everyone kind of just forgets my first name, and it just go by the last one.
So Jake, obviously a long career in WWE and professional wrestling, still doing a little bit of that, and now making the transition over to mixed martial arts. In your upper 30s a little bit. I think you're 36 years old,
Yep.
correct? Why now? Why the timing now?
MMA is at a peak of popularity, and it's growing. It's only going to get bigger. Pro wrestling is at a peak of popularity, maybe even bigger than the 1980 rock star stages where it really had the boom. So it was kind of a perfect storm that came together, and it was a huge opportunity for me. For me, it was time to leave the WWE and move on to something else. A little bit it had to do with contract negotiations, but a little bit it was time for me to get back to who I was and show the world, like, everybody knows Jack Swagger. Well, Jake Hager has been doing this since he was 5 years old, so I really wanted the chance to show that, and it's been great. The 12 years of pro wrestling have been awesome. Got to see the world. Awesome arena, great universe of fans, but my body was banged up from all the traveling and stuff, so this intense training and staying home more has really been beneficial to me and my family.
You said yesterday something very interesting, because obviously you have the amateur wrestling background, All-American out of Oklahoma, but you said when you started your MMA training, you really wanted to throw yourself into the fire in the striking. Yep. Why was that?
Well, you want to focus on what you need to improve on, and I think we did a good job of that. And I have more experience in wrestling, so wrestling and jiu-jitsu kind of go hand in hand similarly. But boxing and kickboxing are kind of, a whole different animal. So I really wanted to focus on my weaknesses and get better at them. And I think it's going to be very exciting to see what I can do Saturday night. And it's even more exciting what I can do like from 6 months from now or a year from now if I keep, focusing on my weaknesses.
Is there anything to be learned from some of your peers in pro wrestling who have made the move over to mixed martial arts? Anything that you've seen in their fights that you can kind of do things differently or do things the same?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very lucky that, it's 2019 and I don't have to have video cassettes of all the different promotions, to get this. I can just go on YouTube and see the footage and get the film and help the research and get better. The main thing I take away from it is you can't be afraid to get punched in the face in camp. You see that with Brock, you see that with Punk. They didn't want to get punched in the face. I needed it. I needed to learn how to react to it and see how my body is going to have the instincts to react in that moment. So that's the main thing I took from it. And at the same time, those other guys, they shied away from their pro wrestling background, I feel like, where I'm embracing it. This is who I am. And, dude, I love it, What's not to like?
You're fighting JW Kiser. I think he's 1-1, 40 years old. What do you know about him, if anything at all?
I know he has over 50 MMA fights. I know he runs his own professional MMA league in Kansas. So a big history, a lot of experience in it. I know he's going to be a hard hitter. I know he's shorter than me, so I know he's probably going to be coming with a lot of overhands or trying to get underneath with an uppercut. So that's what we're going to be looking out for.
So obviously there have been some predecessors, like we said, in pro wrestling who have made the transition over to fighting, to shoot fighting, I guess you could call it. On a scale of, let's say, Brock Lesnar and Sakuraba to CM Punk, where do you think Jake Hager falls ultimately in this game?
That's hard for me to say. Like, I want to be cocky and come out here and say that, I'm going to be better than all of them. But until I get out there and do that, no one's going to believe it. I'd rather you guys make that call for me and show me. And, like, it goes along with the nickname. When do I get my MMA nickname? Well, you guys got to give that to me. I feel like I can't come out there and say, hey, no, this is my nickname type deal. But
you have so many nicknames already, though.
It's very confusing.
Jake Strong. Strong.
It's exciting to find out where I am going to land and where my skills will go in the future. I think the sky's the limit. I would not be doing this if I wasn't absolutely serious about it. And I said yesterday that I'm here to make money, but I'm also here because I want to be the best. So I hope to be the best.
You said at workouts that 2019 you're going to focus mainly on MMA, but pro wrestling is extremely hot right now, is it not? This is a very, very good time to be an independent pro wrestler.
Yeah, the landscape of pro wrestling is changing very much right now. You got AEW coming around. You got shows like ROH. You got shows like New Japan, who are really drawing some impressive numbers, even in the States here with New Japan. It's very exciting, and the best part of that is like in the past, pro wrestlers, we don't have a lot of leverage when we want to go to the negotiating table. So it's really exciting to see what these other companies can do, and you know that they're good promotions. Like, I always hated the term independent or indie promotions because it has that stigma to it, when really these smaller promotions are really like doing great business, running every month thanks to the internet, thanks to the streaming accounts, and they're really learning from past mistakes and putting out great products and putting out better wrestlers. So it's very exciting to be a pro wrestler. It's a household name. It's almost cool to be a pro wrestling fan, to be a pro wrestler where, when I was growing up, it was made fun of, and I love it, man. I was one of those guys that would make fun of it because I have wrestled, but now that I'm a pro wrestler, it's part of me, it's part of my family, and I really appreciate it.
What are the chances of Jake Hager being in All Elite Wrestling or Ring of Honor or New Japan Pro Wrestling or maybe even WWE before the end of 2019? Is there any possibility?
I don't think before the end of 2019, but never say never. I reached out to Cody and those guys and said, hey, if you guys are in the area, come to this fight type deal. So we'll see. I think the tough part for me is I'm like staying ready in 2019 because I do want to fight multiple times, but I still want to capitalize on this great exposure I'm getting from fighting. So it's going to be one of those things I'm just going to have to play by ear and handle accordingly.
A little birdie told me that the Young Bucks might be in attendance on Saturday night for your fight at the Forum. Is that true?
I invited them. I hope I get credit for getting them the tickets. Those are great guys, man, and it's really cool to see what a little hard work can do. And I think they're a great demonstration that you don't always need a huge platform, but what you do need is a huge personality, a huge character. And you see their show being the elite. That is really what sparked the momentum, that got them the Hot Topic deals, that got them the insane popularity, because it allowed people to get to know them and know their personalities and know that character. And once you get that over, the sky's the limit. I mean, it's really cool with pro wrestling how things could just get electric and take off.
Well, last couple of things, man. Yesterday you also mentioned at Open Workouts that you've received some words from some of your pro wrestling peers, guys like Vince McMahon, and you mentioned Roman Reigns. Obviously, he's dealing with he's battling leukemia right now. Have you spoken to him at all during this process? Do you know how he's doing?
Yeah, he's doing well. He's Roman Reigns. He's gonna be okay. What a great moment that was to capture on television. I know we don't want to. I don't want to say great moment because it is a very serious sickness, but like you really saw Joe Anawahi there, Roman Reigns, and it's very impressive. From the moment I met that guy, I've always looked up to him, and I was a veteran in the locker room when he came up there, but there's just something about him that I always looked up to him, and he messaged me after the press conference, and saw it on the internet and everything. He's like, well, since your name dropping and type deal.
Great. Well, yesterday he messaged you.
Yeah. He's doing good, and he's very excited for Saturday.
That's really awesome. I feel like he's a guy that could fight. I mean, that guy could definitely fight, right? He's a beast.
Oh yeah. He was a great football player at Georgia Tech. Played professional football. He would need a little help from me on the wrestling, but one time overseas, we were outside and we were a little wound up, so we kind of locked up defensive linemen, offensive linemen to each other. It was fun. I won't tell you what happened, though.
Give us a little bit of a tease. Who kind of won that? Who came out on top of that battle?
I mean, I'll give it to the champ. He bounced my head off the pavement. No, I'm
Seriously?
kidding. No. It got broken up. It wasn't anything but just a little scrum. It was fun.
Well, thank you so much, man. Congratulations and good luck on Saturday.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks,
man.
Jake.